Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl Amaya Desire, and of course Jazz is in the building. What's up, girl?
Hey girl, hey.
Man, this
How are we loving this
episode,
episode?
this episode was a lot for me. It was very much filled, almost like a bagel with everything on it. That's how I'm
Right.
gonna describe it. It was a
Well,
lot,
it was
but
called Behind the Throne, so maybe we're getting all behind the scenes.
that's true. That's true. I mean, we could definitely be doing that. I mean, obviously they're filming the documentary, so yeah, we're getting a lot of the ins and outs. So, what do you think about? Let's start with Valeria. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I already thought her mom was coming in off some skim shit. So,
Oh,
what you think?
oh my goodness. Okay, so the last episode we recorded, our hypothesis is that usually when family does come unexpectedly, it has to have to do with it being having a handout. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we definitely thought about that. And it was unfortunate because I honestly was feeling the relationship that Valeria had. I mean, when it comes down to family, I can feel how vulnerable and gullible we can be. Like having an open arm because
Absolutely.
this is a missing piece of her life. And I kind of had a benefit of a doubt a little bit when she tore up that check. When she tore up that check, I
A
was like,
little.
okay, a little bit, right? But I was like, man, I just hope that she is authentic and I hope that it is a real, like bond that she's trying to establish with her. So seeing that whole thing that the producer presented with the, taking photos of the credit card, I was just like, man, dang, I wanted it to be real.
Listen, I lie to you not. I wrote down in my notes, mom telling story about abusive husband. Bullshit. Literally, just like because it seemed too much. Like she was really ready. I feel like in a situation like that, you will stumble a little through your words, the story. You'll get into like raw details, and she didn't really do that. She gave like a few bits and pieces, but to
Mhm.
me, it wasn't enough. And I think that the ripping of the check was just here's the thing.
So,
Valeria went wrong by giving her the necklace. Like you wanted
oh
to,
my gosh. Yeah.
right? She went. You don't give something huge like that because now it's like I got you where I want you, and all I need to do is give you just enough to keep you coming back. So I wasn't rocking with it, and I already knew like the mere fact that you didn't show up 20 years ago when Valeria was popping, and she
Hmm.
was still popping even throughout the time after that because she was the one with the show basically.
Yeah.
So you showing up now because she's back on top, quote unquote. Nah,
Yeah.
bro, I can't do it. I'm
At
I'm
her hottest
I'm
point.
not angry. Right. I'm sad because Valeria really wanted this, and I feel like
Yeah.
this is gonna turn her into somebody. It's not going to help the growth that she was attempting to have. So I feel really bad, and I'm not. I just hope that sooner rather than later they get her out of here because I want Mom Duke's gone.
But I wonder, and I'm pretty
So
sure all of the viewers are wondering, how is she going to present that information that she endured? Like, if you were in her shoes and her position right now, what would you do? I mean, it's a lot of disappointment, because
so
she had the benefit of a doubt that.
yeah,
So then, like,
yeah.
how would you come with it to your mother about that? I want a
Well,
DNA.
first I need to prove. Yeah, I want the proof. So I want the video that the producer showed her. I want that. So that way I can have it, and then really and truly that's it for me. Like that's it. I don't see a way where you can give her like another opportunity because now it means the Valeria has to live her life with
Mm.
everything on lock. She needs to put every wallet, every jewelry in a safe. You see what I'm saying? Like
What if she had an
that just makes
explanation?
her vulnerable.
You think there's an explanation for these photo taking? I look at me trying to see, like, maybe like, that's a mom.
I
Come on,
don't I don't I don't know. I mean,
we'll
she's
find
in
out.
debt.
We'll find out. I guess we got.
I'm 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 over mom. Just
No,
just
but at least
boo
we
her.
like Valeria's character because at
Yeah.
first because she's so tough and headstrong. You know what I'm saying? Such an opportunist. But now it's like, okay, I'm starting to see, the sweet side of
Right.
her, like the
Yeah.
cute side of her. Like I'm liking that. So that's why I felt disappointed. I felt bad for her because I wanted her to like have that moment and let it be real. So that was unfortunate. That wasn't
We
unfortunate.
want we want her to win, and who knew we'd
Exactly.
be saying these words 6 episodes in, but here we are rooting for Valeria. So that's all
Exactly.
good. It's all good. But
Right. So who we got next on our chopping list?
let's get into Lil Muffin, aka
Right.
Lauren.
Mhm.
Ma'am, those friends, 6th grade, I don't care, kindergarten, they need to go. They out of here. Like, and
Yes.
then he threw the glass bottle through the window after he
Oh,
knew she owed money.
I'm telling you
My
that
God.
exactly. Like her friends got to go. They're not genuine at all. I mean, it seems like they're riding off of her success. So
They
that
are.
right there shows where her loyalty needs to be. You know, she was actually looking for some real friendship, like, you know, with the queens. So, but it was just very unfortunate how they kind of gave her the boot, giving her verse to Lady London, I believe. Even though it was a little bit hot.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought they were gonna do like a little battle. I was like, oh, this is a perfect time to bring somebody new in and have London battle Lil Muffin, you know, because I thought they were going to give her like good criticism to say your
Yeah.
verse doesn't match up with what we're going with. You see what I'm saying? Because that would have been an easy fix because I think she would have needed to be pushed in a direction that she was going anyway.
Yeah.
But when they gave it to, you know, to London, I was like, well, damn, that's kind of janky. So I was with Naomi and Brianna on that one. I don't think that they should have went with Lil London, or
Right.
London, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Lady London. I felt the same way too. It was like when you're in the studio, if you have a particular verse, you wanted to match their niche on that particular song. So all they had to do was give her some, you know, critiquing, and she probably would have presented out some fire. I mean, that was
Right.
instantly feisty how they were like, oh, let's just do away with Lil Muffin. She's falling off and move forward with this new girl.
Exactly.
And then, as you can see, when all things went down with Jill, because as we're getting
They
on
was
to
like,
with her chaos, because I mean, she
I'm
came
so
with
over
that,
Jill.
with the tabloids, with her potentially not even being genuine about her sexuality. I mean, what do we all think about that? Do we feel like she was just using that as a come up?
Well, here's the thing. I was like, where is Alicia standing right next to you and doesn't even say? Because, you know, I know you've seen this before. When somebody says something they're not supposed to and their publicist is with them, they kind of be like, no, they don't mean that, or no further comment, and then they move it along. But the
Yeah.
idea that first of all, who is Alicia? Like, what is her job title? I need to understand.
publicist,
But I think that a booty call and a publicist, but I think that Lil Muffin definitely was gonna feel hurt off that. But you know what? I'm really excited that she took that and it fueled her to wanting to be Lauren, and I think that that was dope. I feel like it's unfortunate that they dropped her, you know, for
Yeah.
wanting to be authentic to herself, which I think is probably very real and happens a lot more than we realize. Which is why there are a lot of artists in real life who are fighting to get their masters and, you know, just
Yeah.
break off away their label, decides to just wait it out, you know. So
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely think that was interesting, but I definitely liked how Naomi stood for her and was just like, yeah, like, nah, like that's foul, but she's not business. You know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
Yeah.
And hello, like,
Exactly.
yeah. So I definitely, you know.
And then the reason why I was mentioning
But
Jill,
Naomi,
because,
you know.
right. But I was just mentioning Jill because like in transition to her ruining and sabotaging their reputation, it's like Little Muffin was still down to, you know, chop in and do a music video with them, while Lady London was like, oh yeah, you know, y'all reputation is shot, so I'm just gonna keep it moving. But you see like how quick they were, so quick to just ditch someone who was always there for them just for somebody who was temporary. So I was like, see, y'all Little Muffin was loyal because she pulled y'all in trash.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised though, because look at the people who voted for her to go. Valeria and Jill. Come on now. They ain't never been loyal. I mean, well, Jill probably was, but she's definitely been more on the opportunist boat lately, so we can't trust her. Like, it's just not, you know what I mean? But she's bigger, so we gonna come back to her in a second. But Naomi is getting a little flirty with the guy because he's trying to learn how to play the guitar.
Right.
You know
what we think about this man, this new mystery man? What's his name? Rodrigo? Because she asked in the interview question, So what's up with you and Rodrigo? Now that was kind of weird. Why would you interview saying what's up with you and Rodrigo? She's like,
you know, they love drama and they like mess. You know how that go.
do you think that Eric is going to be jealous? Do we think that Eric will be jealous?
He is.
You play.
He is already. You ain't see him standing over there watching, coming in the truck, the trailer, talking to my son. So I'm just wondering why the video hasn't started yet. Oh, we waiting for so and so. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Like, bruh, if you don't get your ass on out of here,
stop cock blocking. Stop cock. I want to see her smile. I need to keep seeing her smile because she wasn't really as smiley as she is now. So we gotta.
I know, but I think she's definitely she's in a freer space too, right? Because now Cat's out of the bag, you know, JoJo knows her dad, JoJo knows the real, and you know, so she's free. So I feel like she's like, you know, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere,
right?
Because I don't think that's her cup of tea. But I think it's nice to have somebody who is giving her attention that, you know, I can't say that Eric didn't want to give her. Because she decided not to go down that road. So
it's not real attention. It's just like sometimesy. He's too sometimesy. Eric gotta go. I'm tired of seeing Eric. Right. Just live her life. Like I like her seeing with this new cup of tea she about to be sipping on.
Yes.
Speaking of cups,
I definitely agree.
Brianna, okay? We found out what this rapper's name is.
Fabiano, foreigner, or something like that. First of all, what kind of name is this? Okay, I'm gonna call him Double M. That's what I'm gonna call him because that name is crazy for me. But listen, he spilled all the. I was not expecting him to do. You spilled the. Come on, bro.
On the Breakfast Club,
on, bro. She a queen, you know. Pete Nasty, you. Oh hell no! No, I'm not here for it.
Bragging rights, but I gotta give it to her. That's probably the reason why she stuck with them 5 kids because she was over there laying it down.
Probably. But you know, I feel like I feel like she definitely wasn't. I don't think she thought that he was going to do that, but now that it's out there, you can't do nothing about it. But I do think it's going to affect her kids. Well, obviously, as we see, it already does. Her oldest, James. And he is, first of all, he should have got popped. Okay, you would have got popped in the mouth, in the forehead. You would have got popped. You would have got pushed into the trailer because you tripping, calling your mother a slut.
I feel all of that. Like she lucky that it had to do. He got in between her money. Because as a mother, I will not let a child stop me from making mines. So that would be the only reason why I don't pop you right then and there. Because you ain't gonna be calling me no slut. I'm a grown woman.
You're looking for the cameras.
Right, the tabloids. Wait a second. Bring his neck.
Yeah, no, I thought that was totally inappropriate. But I thought it was a very real scene because she's saying like, you know, yeah, I love being your mother. And that was what you saw me doing because dad was bringing in the dough. But now that I'm the one responsible for bringing in the money, putting clothes on your back, food on the table, it's a whole different ball game, young man. Yeah. And I feel like that's real.
That one segment or that one line, how she was talking to him about being the man of the house because her their father is no longer there. That really hits home for a lot of people because, you know, in situations like that, sometimes these kids will have to step up to the plate and be responsible because he hit her with the it's not fair. Like life ain't fair. Everything is new. Everything's different. We got to grow up and move on. That's just what it is. And I felt that. I was like, look, especially her, she trying to get her play, let alone I don't even think the son knew what really happened. I don't think the kids really know what really happened as far as like their relationship, how it was kind of separated before this all happened. So it's just a lot for them, and she's holding it down.
But I mean, you know, they're kids. Yeah, they're kids. You know, they're gonna see different things. But what I do like is her just sharing with him that like this was my life before you were here. And before I became a wife to your dad, you know what I mean? Like, so I think, you know, he's still young, so he's not going to grasp it. But I think that was good for her to just be vulnerable and share. Because, you know, not a lot of parents share with their kids, especially my parents. So, you know, it's nice to see that she's not just saying because I said so kind of behavior or because you need to, like, but she's actually explaining it to him. So I think that's dope. and I want to see her grow, and the kids grow as well. So it's interesting to see, and I'm wondering where her character is going to go with this, in this direction. But it's a good direction so far. I like it.
Yeah, no, for
I
sure.
do.
But as far as that last little segment, I feel like everything is kind of tagging on to Jill, because that last instant with the whole shot, anything could happen. So what do we think that shot came from? Because that last scene, they made it to the whole world tour billboard presentation, and then all you see is the way that the angle was, someone watching them, and you heard a gunshot fire. My prediction is that Tina felt real salty about how Jill was using her.
Tina.
Yeah, I think Tina was aiming for Jill. Remember I said this because we don't know what happened, but I think Tina is aiming for Jill because she played her. She played her just to get her reputation back and bring back the queens as one, because nobody wanted to work with her. So she felt salty. I mean, you felt that scene. It was like, really? You used me? Yeah. She was like, well, we all have decisions in life. Like, Jill, I'm not really banging with Jill right now. Jill is she ain't getting no thrills.
Jill is the donkey of the day, okay, if we could use that phrase, because she really she really out here acting up. I feel bad because Tina was being genuine, right? She was being genuine when she came on the show. And Jill could have easily just said, we'll see where it goes. But she want to lie and talking about something. It's almost like we never broke up, knowing that Tina is madly in love with you and loves you, and you do that to her. I mean, listen, I would come back and bang on you too. That's
what I'm saying.
Tina's too classy for that. Okay, you see how she was dressed at the little party.
She's too classy for that. I think she pulled the trigger. I was there for the ride. I was there. Like, I know how Jill is. Like, she was really vouching for her. And, she already kind of was like, I'll wait for you, Jill. I know you're in this new life, this new position out there now, but I'm going to wait for you. But for her to say in national TV and hold her hand in front of millions of people just to make her out to be a fool, you think that won't torment your mental?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I agree.
I would be that crazy. I wouldn't shoot nobody, but I'll pop them with something.
I'm not here for it. Jill really disappointed me in her behavior. So that means for me, everything else was a lie. The apology was fake as hell. You know what I mean? And she's only doing it to get back on top. And it's like, you get a little bit of fame when it's going to your head. And I think Brianna was good for calling that out, because listen, honey child, you're not here by yourself, and you didn't get here by yourself. So nobody saw you in the street and said, oh, you that girl from Queens. No. They did not. Okay, you only here because the group is back together. And I think it's gonna take something drastic, like what's about to happen in the next episode, for them to see it, or for her to see it, because I'm just highly disappointed. Like, I don't even know now. And then the assault that came out, and the girl. Listen, I feel like she was double-edged, right? She came out to hurt Jill, but she also came out to make herself relevant again. We already know how this goes.
Yes, but her husband did warn her, and that's one thing that captured when they were settlement, like with the divorce. One thing I tell you, please don't change, because I know who you are.
Much, yeah.
Don't change too much. And it's like she is changing. I mean, she's becoming somebody totally different, somebody that we didn't even know from the beginning of Queens, because she was from Catholic, like, please Jesus, in the with a secret relationship, and to having this genuine relationship with Tina, to like a shiesty shotty.
I'm not for
what
it.
y'all think? Really it's still not your favorite right now, because every episode that we do this talk, there's always a no favorite. Like Valeria, she's good now. But Jill, you at the bottom of my list right now, girl.
Child, at the very bottom. If we all had to seek shelter for a storm, I would leave Jill outside in the storm right now. Like,
not invited.
Sis, you better hold on to the barn door or something. You're not invited to the cookout. Like, clearly. She's
not invited.
We're not doing it. No, we're not doing it. But and we'll wrap up with let's see. We'll take a little vote. Y'all in the comments, let us know. Who do you think got shot? I think that Eric is the one who gets shot. That's what I think. I don't know where he got that $750 from. So I don't know what he did. $750,000 is a lot of debt to pay off.
Yeah,
and he did it in a blink of an eye. I don't know who you called, what loan shark you hit up, right? But I'm just gonna vote Eric. Who you voting?
I think maybe Lil Muffin, because she probably was in the way with Jill. Whoever was standing close to Jill is who I think is gonna get shot accidentally. So Jill could feel bad. See, I think outside the bar.
She done been through. She been through too much already. We can't.
Who knows? But I think Tina's the one who pulled the trigger, and I think that someone was aiming for Jill, and somebody probably got in the way. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yep. So you already know
what happens, y'all.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
Exactly. Y'all know where to find us.
All right,
Queens is on Tuesdays at 10 p.m., right? 10 p.m. on.
Exactly. Catch
you later.
Bye.
Oh, my goodness.